Hello viewers, we have seen types of data available in Matlab and then how to define a variable, how to get a data from the user, how to display the answer, and then we have used our Matlab command area as a calculator. So and then how to get the details of a particular functions. These are the things that we have seen so far. Now we'll have a tutorial 1. In this tutorial, we'll work out 7 simple exercise. So in exercise 1, so we are going to assign 10.4 to a variable a. So before starting this exercise, we have to track the entire record. For tracking record, we have to use diary command. Have used a diary. So this is the drive and folder. This is the file name. The entire data displayed in the command area is stored in your text file. See, I have assigned a equal to 10.4 and b equal to, using this formula, I have to calculate b value. So as per this expression, I am using the terms or expression given in this tutorial. So here square is given. So using square, I am using power or exponent operator. So this is a value of b. And c, it is not an assignment statement. You have to get the input from the user. So to get the input from the user, I have to use input function. This is prompt. Whatever given in the prompt within single quote, it will display here. I have entered 30.4. This 30.4 is stored in the variable name c, right? And second one is, you have to create a diameter as a variable and you have to get the value 15.5 mm. And I have given dia is a variable name. So input, I want to get the data from the user. So I'm giving a prompt, enter diameter in mm. See, because I'm entering the value in mm, but I want to calculate in meter. So I'm giving divide by 1000. So whatever the value I'm getting here, divide by 1000. So now I'm entering the diameter as 30.4. So I'm typing 30.4, not 30.4, 15.5. So this divide by 1000 will give you the diameter value in terms of meter. Now I want to get length. So instead of giving directly, I can use up and down arrow. I can get the previous enter details, right? So previously I've given this diameter. Now I've just correcting this. So len equal to the same enter. Instead of diameter, I've corrected into len. So here I'm entering the value in terms of centimeter. So divide by 100 I have given. So I've entered 100. So the value going to be 1. And the next thing is I have to calculate cross-sectional area. Cross-sectional area formula is pi by 4 d squared. Pi is a reserved keyword. I'm using directly pi by 4 into diameter square. So I'm getting the cross-sectional area. So and then next I want to calculate surface area. Surface area of a cylinder is nothing but pi dl. Okay, this pi and d and then l. So this is going to be your surface area. So surface area is calculated, and then you want to calculate the volume of the cylinder. See, volume of the cylinder is nothing but pi r squared h. So instead of calculating the r squared, diameter divided by 2, then whole power 2. This is pi r squared, and then h in the sense length. So now I can able to calculate the volume. See, here it is given, display the answer more than 6 digits. Here I'm getting only 4 digits. I want to have more than 6 digits. I have to use format long. So now I want to display cross-sectional area. So now the answer, you will get more than 6 decimal place accuracy. Similarly, I want to display surface area. And similarly, I want to display the volume of the cylinder. So with that, the second exercise is over. And the third exercise, I want to store the lower upper limit of ABC value as 10.5 and 100. So I'm defining LL is a variable name. The lower value 10.5, it is for A, this is for B, and this is for C. Enter. So since I'm not giving any semicolon, it is displaying like this. Again, it is in format is long. I want to convert the format into short. So now I am using the LL. you can able to see only the 4 decimal places. So now I want to define the upper limit. Upper limit going to be 20 for A and 2 for B, and C it is going to be 300. I have given like this. Now you got upper limit. So now this is actually assignment statement. Now the next exercise is going to be, you have to read as an input from the user. So using a variable LLUL, I have defined LLUL as a variable name, and then I'm using input function, input, enter lower and upper limit value I have given. So now I want to enter the lower and upper value. So now how I am entering is, put to open bracket, I am typing this value 10, 0.5 and then 100 and then semicolon, because this is going to be lower limit, and next going to be your upper limit. So I'm giving 20 to 300 and close the bracket. This is your lower and upper limit. And then I want to display lower and upper limit value. So I'm displaying lower and upper limit value. Okay. And then I want to use help command. So I want to know what is the description available for power function. Okay. I'm using help, and then this is going to be function. I want to know the details. So now you can see the power. See power, it will work like this. So this is C equivalent to power of A comma B. So this is actually how the power function will work. Suppose I want to see the document of power. So I can type DOC and power. Now you will get the separate screen. So if it is help, it will display in command area. If it is DOC, it will open in a separate what you call file. So now you can see here how what you call the use of document. Okay. So now I want to close the diary. So I want to type, sorry, before that I want to see what are the variables are used. So I am using, so list the defined variable. This is the function whose. Once you are using whose, you know what are the variable defined, what is the size, what is the bytes and everything. Now diary is off. Now I want to see whatever the data displayed in command area. So I have stored in d:\msk. The file name is nothing but tutorial. So tutorial1, this is the file name. I am just double clicking the file name, because folder D and then MSK and then tutorial1. So now you can see whatever the data we have entered in command area, this is displayed into your text file. So tutorial1 text file, the entire data is available. Whatever we have given, the entire data you can see. So with that, the tutorial 1 is over. The important aspect of Matlab is handling the matrix. So in this session, we'll see how to define a matrix, how to retrieve data from the matrix, how to add or delete or transpose a matrix, what are the different arithmetic operations are there in handling the matrix, and the element-wise operator. What are the element-wise operators are there? These are the things that we are going to see. So defining matrix. So this is going to be a matrix. So here we have rows. This is actually row 1, this is row 2 and row 3. This is column 1, column 2, column 3. And these are all called as element. 4, 10, 1, these are all called as element. Now we can arrange the element in order of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6, 7, 8 up to 25. Because number of element is nothing but number of rows into column. The product of number of rows into column is nothing but number of element. This is going to be a 5 rows and 5 column matrix. The total number of elements is going to be 25. How will you represent a element of a matrix? So suppose I want to represent this element. So how I can represent? There are two ways. One is that matrix or the variable name, and then row and then column. So this is going to be second row, because this is first row and this is second row, and the fourth represent the column. First column, second column, third column, fourth column. This is column, fourth column. Okay. So A2, 4, it represents 4. Or otherwise, I can give A17. If you are giving single value, it will assume as that is actually your element value. So element value going to be 17. So 17th element is nothing but 4. So there are two ways. One is by representing row and then comma column. you can retrieve a data, you can represent the value of the array, or otherwise you can give the what you call the element value. A of 17, you can get 4. For example, I am giving A of 19. So A of 19 means you can get the value of 5, right? So suppose I am giving A 1 comma 2, A 1 comma 2. 1 represent first row, 2 represent your column. So first row, second column. So I am getting this 10. So this is actually the way in which we are representing a array in Matlab. So now, so assume that this is a matrix A. So in command area, I have typed A, it is going to be this value. And then I want to retrieve in the format of row comma column. So I'm giving, this is the first format, row comma column. Suppose I'm giving A 3 comma 2, third row, second column. So first row, second row, third row, and second column, it is going to be 8. This is the 8 value. Retrieve the value of A 3 comma 2, it's going to be 8. This is the format of A row comma column. And second format is the entire row. Suppose I want to retrieve entire row of a particular column. So in row place, you have to put colon, and then you can put comma and then C. So if you want the entire row, you can put colon. Suppose I want to have entire column, I can put colon here. See all rows of C column. Example, so I have given A colon 2. That means I want to have the entire row of second column. So this is actually second column, entire row element. This is 258. And third one is A row comma colon. That means entire column of the second row. So that means I am giving A 3 comma colon. That means third row. The entire element of third row. This is entire element of third row. This is the answer. So and then next you can give R comma C1 to C2. That means a specific row but a range of column. So the example is A 2 comma 2 to 3. Second row, I am retrieving second to third column. So you please go to second row, but I want a second to third column. So in second row, this 2 indicate the second row. 2 to 3 indicate the second to third column. You will get only 5, 6. That is the answer. And similarly, you can represent row 1 to row 2 and then a specific column. See example going to be A 1 to 2 and then second column. That means go to second column. This is second column. I want to have 1 to second row. That means in the second column, first and second row. The answer going to be 2 and 5. The answer is 2 and 5. So you can see the difference. Okay. And next one is and a specific row starting to end row and starting to end column. So here example is A 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. That means 1 to 2 row. So you take a first row and second row. And the column requirement is 2 to 3. And you take 2 and 3. So that means you will get only this portion 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. So that is the meaning of R1 to R2 comma C1 to C2. And then suppose I don't want any specific data continuously. I want to have in zigzag way. What I can do is A1, 3. That means first row and third row. And in column, first column, second column, third column. So that is a way in which you can get. How it is calculating? So the first row to first column. Again first row to second column. Again first row to third column. And then third row to first column, third row to second column, and third row to third column. So likewise, it will give you the answer, right? And this may be answer of your things, okay? First row and third row. So it will take first row and third row. And again 1, 2, 3. That means I want to have first column, second column, third column. So first row 1, 2, 3 available, and then 7, 8, 9 is available. This is the answer of this. So these are all the different way you can retrieve the data. Okay, see another example 1, 3, 2, 3 I have given. So this is the answer, right? I have given 1, 3 and then colon. That means I want to have the first row and third row of entire column. That is also possible. So likewise in different combination, you can retrieve the data from your array, right? Even you can give like this. So the entire row of first column and third column. So this is the answer, right? And now we want to add, we want to delete, we want to transpose an array. So before that, we'll see what is the meaning of colon operator. See, if you are using colon, right? So if you are using colon, what will happen? If you want to add row, you have to give a comma or space. If you want to add column, you have to give semicolon. That is the meaning of this. So now S colon to E, it indicates starting to end. The default increment value going to be 1. See, the example is I've given A equivalent to square bracket 1 to 4. That means starting from 1 to 4 with the increment of 1. That means 1 to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to give square bracket or need not to give square bracket, so both are same. So if you are not giving any increment value, it will assume as increment value is 1. There is another format, starting increment end. So this is starting value, this is end value, the increment going to be 2, and this is example. So I have given b equal to 1 colon 2 colon 10. Starting value is 1, the increment is 2, that is 1 and 3 and then 5, 7, 9, up to 10 I want to go. So this is the answer of SIE format. And then transpose of the matrix. If you are using a dash symbol, apostrophe symbol, then you can get the transpose of that particular matrix or array. This is A, I am using A dash, B is equivalent to A dash. So the row is transposed into column. So this is row, it is transposed into column. This is second row, it is transposed to second column. Third row into third column. So this is transposing of a matrix. And then suppose I want to combine. That means adding column. So whenever you want to add column, so either you can use comma or you can use semicolon, not semicolon, comma or space. So now the example is, so now I have a matrix C defined by A comma B. That means this is A and this is B. Since I have given comma or space, it will go in column wise. That means the size of A here 3 by 3 and size of C going to be 3 by 6 because I am adding in terms of column, right? And then I want to add in terms of row. That means A semicolon B. That means A by B, right? Now the answer going to be A by B. This is your A and this is your B, right? If it is semicolon, it will go row wise. If it is comma, it will go by column wise. And deleting a row, what you can do is you can put an empty square box. It will delete. For example, row comma colon. The entire element of this particular row, it is deleted. Okay. If I want to delete a entire column, you can put A colon comma C and then square bracket, right? So example, this is A. I have given A open bracket 2 comma colon. That means the entire element of second row. That means the second row is removed. Now this is the value of A. Now what I did is I have deleted the second column. That means 20, 30 I want to delete. So I have given A colon comma 2 empty cell. Then automatically I will get 1060 and 2875. And then how to do the arithmetic operation in array or matrix. Okay, we have got plus. So I have A, I am assigning B equal to A. Now I am using the plus operator, C equivalent to A plus B. That means both are same, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2 and 3 plus 3. This is going to be your answer. And then I want to use a subtract operator. So D equal to A minus B. Since both B equal to A, the same element are subtracted, you will get 0. And then multiplication. If you are using multiplication, this is just like your matrix multiplication. A multiplied by B. So this is going to be your A multiplied by B, right? And then I want to have the division of the matrix. So for making division, you can use inverse of matrix. So INV of B. Instead of making division, you can put multiplication and you can have inverse of B. See, actually A divided by B it is equivalent to A multiplied by inverse of B. That is the meaning, right? And this is going to be power, that is multiplied by 2 or A power 2 is nothing but A multiplied by A, right? Because that's why you are getting the same answer, right? This is actually arithmetic operator we are using in matrix. And add, subtract and multiply we have seen. And we want to multiply, add and subtract a constant with the matrix, right? Just 2 plus A. The 2 is added with all elements of your A. So this is the answer. For example, 2 plus A, this is going to be A. The first element is 1. So 1 plus 2, it is 3. And 5 plus 2, it is 7. 8 plus 2, it is 10. And A minus 5. So that means all the element of A subtracted with 5. So 1 minus 5, I'm getting minus 4. 9 minus 5, I'm getting 4. And then I'm multiplying 4.5 with all element of A. So 4.5 multiplied by 1, you will get 4.5. If you multiply by 2, you will get 9, right? This is the constant multiplied by a matrix. And then an important aspect of the matrix in Matlab is nothing but element-wise multiplication. See, for element-wise multiplication, so what we have to do is, so star and then what you call multiplication symbol, right? And then this is the example. I have given B 1, 2, 3, and then C I have given 4, 5, 6, and D equal to B star multiplied by C. You cannot do B multiplied by C because the size of B going to be 1 by 3. Again, the size of C going to be 1 by 3. As for matrix multiplication, you cannot multiply 1 by 3 into 1 by 3. So this, if you are introducing dot before multiplication symbol, that we call it as a element wise multiplication. That means 1 multiplied by 4, 2 multiplied by 5, 3 multiplied by 6. So that you will get 4, 10, 18. And then element wise division. So now E equivalent to B dot divided by C. So 1 divided by 4, you will get 0.25. 2 divided by 5, you get 0.4. 3 divided by 6, you will get 0.5. This is element wise division. So and then element wise power. See, for example, I am giving C dot the exponent symbol and then B. So that means what is the value of C? This is C value 4 power 1. You will get 4. And then 4 power 2, that is 25. And 6 power 3, 216. So whenever you are introducing dot before your arithmetic operator, that will treat as a element wise multiplication. And then we have seen a function rand. So rand is a function. If you are giving number of rows and number of column, it will generate a random value between 0 and 1. See, example I have given rand 3, 2. 3 rows and 2 column. Row 1, row 2, row 3, 1, 2 column. These values are between 0 and 1. So that is going to be rand function. Even you can use simply rand. If you are using simply rand, it will return only one value with 0 to 1, right? And here I have given some what you call specific application. So LL I have given 10, 20, 30. This is LL value, and R1 value. This is R1 value. Suppose I want to do the element wise multiplication. So I have given LLU comma 1 comma colon. What is the meaning of 1? So in this array, I want to retrieve the first row of entire element. That means 10, 20, 30. So that is the meaning of this. And LL of 2 comma colon. So in LLUL, I want to retrieve the second row. This is going to be second row. In this place, I am going to have the second row value. And then minus the first row value. So the second row and minus first row. That means 40 minus 10, 80 minus 20, 100 minus 30. That is the answer of this one. And then I'm going to do element wise multiplication of R1 of 1 comma colon. That means this is going to be your R1 array. In R1 array, I want to retrieve the entire element of the first row. This is the entire element of the first row. Now this entire element of the first row is multiplied by the difference between the second row and first row of LLUL. You will get a single value, and that value added with your lower limit, and you will get this value. That means this is nothing but I want to get a random value between 10 and 40, 20 and 80, 30 and 110 with the random value generated between 0 and 1, right? And now we'll see the tutorial of what you call in the second tutorial, we are going to define a matrix, and we are going to retrieve element or subarray from the matrix. Now in tutorial 2.1, The first exercise, you have to create a matrix R1. This is R1. I want to create a matrix. So I'm typing R1 equal to, I'm typing this value 224 and then 9 semicolon and 125. I'm just typing this value. So here I'm using semicolon. It shows that end of the row. So this is end of the first row, end of the second row. This is end of the second row and end of the third row. So now we have defined R1 value. So now you can see the same as of this R1 value. The second exercise, create a matrix R2. So I want to create a matrix R2. So I'm typing 10, 83, 90. So semicolon, that means end of the first row. I'm starting with second row, 15, 92, 150. End of the second row. And this is third row. It's over. You can see R2 value. Second exercise over. And third exercise, extract first column from R1. So first column R1. Okay, that means R1 matrix. I want to remove entire what you call the row. So this is your answer. Okay, first column value. Sorry, this is your answer. First column of R1. And second one is third row of R2. So this is third row. R2. This is third row. And then extract first two rows of second column of R1. First two rows, that means 1 to 2. Okay, of second column of R1. So now you will get the first two row of second column. And then subtract the value from third row of R2 to second row of R1. Third row of R2, that is R2 3 comma colon minus R1 of second row 2 comma colon. R1 of 2 comma colon. Third row to second row. So you will get the answer, right? And then next is, so you have to extract second and third column of first row to third row from R1. From R1, I want to extract first row to third row, that is 1 to 3. And column going to be second to third column, 2 colon 3, right? So this is the answer of this exercise. And multiplied by 10.2 to the first row of second and third column. Okay, so that means R3 I have given R2 of, okay, R2 going to be, this is actually 1 3 and 1 3. So this is actually how to extract R3 matrix. How to extract R3 matrix. And then delete second row of R1 and add 10, 20, 30 as second row. So what you can do is second row, you can define a new element value. This is replaced in R1. Now the entire second row is replaced by this new element value. Next is add second row of R2. Okay, this portion R1 dot multiplied by R2, that is element wise multiplication. So this is actually you are multiplying R1 into R2, element wise multiplication. So here what we are going to do is this exercise, row of R2, right? We are going to add as a fourth row. So that means R1 semicolon. I want to add a fourth row. That is second row of R2. So this is actually this second one. What do you call the 11th exercise, right? See, actually R1 and this is R2 of what you call second row. This become as a new array R4. And next is the first column of R1 you have to add as a fourth column in R2. So first you have to write down R2 and then space R1 of first column colon comma 1. Okay, square bracket. See here, semicolon, add row, space to add column. That is the difference. Now you will get one more column, right? And then you have to create a row vector starting from 1 to 5. So we are going to use, I'm defining R6 equal to 1 to 5. You will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then starting 10 increment by 10 and then end value 50. So 10 increment value and then end value, starting increment end. This is the answer you will get. And then the second tutorial 2.2. So here we have got 4 exercises. The first exercise multiplied by this row vector by this row vector using element wise multiplication. So I have defined the A 3.45 10.7 and B 20.2 8.9 18.1. So now the element wise multiplication, that is C equal to A dot multiplied by B. That means 3.4 into 20.2, 5 into 8.9, 10.7 into 8.1. That is the answer. And next is using star dot multiplication, calculate this value. So before doing this, I have to define a row vector. So this is going to be D. I am defining D, that is 0.5, 3.4 and 12.6. And then E going to be 10.2, 17.8 and 13.4. I am defining 2 row vector. Now I can do the element wise multiplication as F equal to D dot star multiplied by E. Okay, and next is, this is going to be, I want to do using column element wise multiplication. What I want to do is, I want to define a new what you call column vector G, that is 1.2 and then semicolon 3.4 semicolon 4.5. See the difference? Previously it is space, now it is semicolon, because this is row wise, this is column wise. Now the element you will get in column wise. Similarly for the what you call second column wise vector, it is going to be 2.1, 2.5 and 22, right? And now I want to do the column wise element multiplication G star dot and H. So 1.2 into 2.2, 3.4 multiplied 2.5, 4.5 multiplied 2, you will get this value, right? And next we want to do this exercise, calculate element wise multiplication between I dash. Dash is given, dash is nothing but transpose of matrix I. So I have defined I going to be 2.5, sorry, I is 1, 2, 3, 4 and H going to be 5 semicolon 4 semicolon 6 and then 8, right? So you know I, it is a row vector, right? And if you are transposing the row vector, you will get a column vector. So I have given J equal to I dash. Similarly, I have not given dash, I have given J equal to I. So I'll get J equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 alone. I'm giving I dash. So now you will get a column vector. So now I'm defining K equivalent to I dash, because I is a row vector, dash will convert into column vector multiplied by element wise multiplication, and then the value going to be H. Okay, so this is my answer, right? So I is a row vector, I transpose the row vector into column vector, and then I did the element wise multiplication. And the last exercise is going to be the lower and upper limit of 3 factor is given. So this is 1, 10, 5. These are all lower limit value. And 5, 15, 20. This is upper limit value. A random value is given. Using this what you call element wise multiplication, I want to find out the 3 values are the values of A, B, C in between lower limit and upper limit. I have defined lower limit 1, 10, 5. Upper limit 5 and then 15 and 20, and the random value is 0.24, 0.5 and 0.62, right? Now I'm using the element wise multiplication, that is I'm defining a variable PV, that is lower limit, plus the R1 value dot multiplication upper limit minus lower limit, so that I will get a value between the lower and upper limit, right? So this is actually with that. So the assignment of 2.2 is over. Now I'll go back to tutorial 2.1. So these are all the exercise already we have seen. Now a quick what do you call results we'll see now. So this is for first exercise, R1 value, R2 value, and this is retrieving R2 value, right? This is the answer. And then this is actually deleting second row and inserting 10, 20, 30. And this is element wise multiplication of R1, R2. And this is actually adding second row of R2 into R1 fourth row. This is operation. And in this operation, so we are adding the first column of R1 as fourth column of R2 and storing the data in R5 variable. And this is A 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting and end. The regular increment is 1. And here this is starting value, this is increment value, this is end value. And this is tutorial 2.2. The answer of tutorial 2.2. Yeah, this is actually element wise multiplication. We are defining A and this is B, that is A dot star multiply, that is A dot multiplication, and B, this is element wise multiplication. And this is answer of second one. This is answer of third one. See here, this is I is a row vector. Using I dash, we are converting into column vector. So that's why here we have given I dash dot multiplication H. This is column wise multiplication and this is row wise multiplication. And this is your fourth exercise. So this is fourth exercise and this is the answer.